Grilled corn, apricots, and portobellos. Grilled summer vegetables and fruit makes a delicious platter, whether it's just a side dish or a main course. And I drizzle it all with some reduction of balsamic vinegar. So let's do just that. This is regular balsamic vinegar, some honey, and bay leaves. And we'll let that simmer away until it reduces to about half of its volume, and it'll be a nice syrup to toss over grilled vegetables. So we begin with portobello mushrooms. Portobellos are delicious. They're readily available. But the question is, how do you clean them? Well, it's not very complicated. You just go around the side like that and take this kind of skirt off. The stem itself is rather tough, so you want to cut that out. And the gills, they release a lot of black liquid. So when you cook with them, sometimes it's best to take them off. So put some seasoning on the mushrooms, certainly salt and oil. So I want to brush all of the sides of the mushrooms inside here as well. And I'll put them with the cap side on the grill so I get the nice markings. While those grill, let's go on to the next vegetable, the corn. And again, season with salt, bit of oil, and let's see where we are with, I wanted to get a little bit of the markings, so I'm not gonna even touch those. I'm gonna put the corn here and here. All right, let me check just, okay. This one actually seems almost done. I'm gonna put it on the side. Let's see this one. We'll let that grill some more. And let's do some fruit now. Apricots are delicious when in season. Get a little firm. You don't want them too soft because, you know, you want them to have a little bite. And just take the pit out. And just a little bit of salt. And I'll add the apricots right here on the side. They don't need as much time as the corn and the mushrooms. I think this is done. It's nice and juicy. And for the apricots, let's see what's happening. Okay, that's good. So we'll let that grill a little bit. I think this one, yes, this one is done. I think this one is done. I'm looking at the apricots. You know, you don't need to cook them thoroughly, if you will. So the fruit is just at the perfect spot, just marked, but not really soft, still has its fruity texture. Check on the balsamic vinegar, and I'll clean up and be ready to plate for you. Italians love their vegetables. You know, they're always part of cooking a meat or a fish, but a lot of times they are the main course. A hearty vegetable, a good flavorful vegetables could be turned into a main course with no problem. Mushrooms is one of those. Corn is another one. Corn is one because it's resilient, it's sweet, and it adds that texture. So if you have some roasted yams and some grilled corn, cut the corn off the cob once it's grilled and you sort of toss it with the squares of roasted yam. You know, a little bit of olive oil. I could put some chopped hazelnuts on top or whatever. This could be a good main course. So the vegetables are all grilled and they're a little bit cooled off. I can work with them. So I'll take the corn first and we kind of just break it in half. And you want to cut the kernels right off the cob, just like that. You're gonna tell me, can I use a frozen corn? You could, but you know, the deliciousness of all of this is the actual grilling and the flavor of the grill in all of these vegetables and fruits. The apricots, and you notice I didn't cook them that much, and yet they continue to kind of get soft. It's delicious. And grilled fruit like this for a dessert is delicious. You serve it with some ice cream, and voila. So let's gently put that in here. So I am just mixing it here. You know, you can serve it warm at room temperature like that. But if you like it hot, you could put maybe a dab of butter and heat it. Just remember, don't overcook it. And here we are with the mushrooms now. Nice and juicy. You know, cutting them in nice slices like that. And I'll show you a different way to kind of include them in the dish. So, you know, this looks just like steak. If you put it as a vegetable on your dinner table, you can just put it like that. And then you take one of the mushrooms and you just kind of fan it right on top. Now this could be a main course. This is how I would have it looking, just like that. That looks great. Or you can just incorporate the mushrooms right into the whole mixture here. And again, just toss it gently. This looks certainly good enough for me. The drizzle of the balsamic reduction. Just before serving, you drizzle a little of the balsamic on the dish, the rest on the table, and let them help themselves. And I'm ready to taste. Let me just cut a little piece of mushroom, a little piece of the apricot, and it's delicious. It's meaty, it's sweet, it's fresh, it's fruity. That flavor of the balsamic at the end, sweetness and sour, is just perfect. And I have some left for you. Sure, you can come. Tutti a tavola, a mangiare. Every single part of the corn is used. The stalk and the leaves, when they're still green, when the corn cob is removed, is given to the animals to put it in the pen of the animals. So they eat a little bit, they sort of stomp over it. Then you have the corn itself. In the summertime, when the beds, the mattress, the woolen mattresses were being washed and put to the sun to disinfect, the leaves of the corn, which were dry, were sewn into what was a mattress. And we would sleep on mattresses of corn leaves. And then, of course, the kernels, dried, made into polenta, eaten fresh, made into soup. The cob itself, in the middle, that was ground. And that was made into a soup with other nutrients for the pigs. So everything from the corn, from the beginning to end, was used. Oh, I forgot the corn hair. We played with that. We made our own wigs. The guys made the mustache, and we had fun with that.